Most people try to follow a straight path to reach their goals, and they run into so many obstacles. NE users, we teleport. Extroverted intuition, NE, is like a creative web, continuously linking distinct, different concepts and generating fresh ideas. It's the primary way of taking in information for NPs, and it's the dominant function for ENFPs and ENTPs, and it's the auxiliary function for INFPs and INTPs. If you find yourself naturally connecting seemingly unrelated ideas and getting excited about new possibilities, or coming up with multiple solutions to problems, even ones that you've already solved many times, then you're probably using NE. Have you ever been told that you're all over the place when trying to solve a problem? Maybe you start talking about one solution, one idea, and then you jump over to another. Then you connect that to a movie that you saw, last week or something like that. And suddenly you somehow end up in this completely unexpected answer. Well, here's the thing. That scattered approach that you've been criticized for, the one that you have been told you have ADHD about, well, it might be. I don't know. But also, it might just be extroverted intuition, a way of learning about the world, gathering information. And companies actually pay thousands of dollars to learn how to use it. They just give it fancy names like lateral thinking and perspective shifting. Edward de Bono, the creator of lateral thinking, once said, "Sometimes the solution is only a problem because it is looked at in a certain way. Looking at it in another way, the right course of action may be so obvious that the problem no longer exists." And this is something that comes up in change work and therapy and hypnosis all the time as well. So today I'm going to show you why your natural way of solving problems isn't just valid, it's brilliant. And more importantly, how you can harness it intentionally instead of just hoping that it happens. This might be a specific example for INFPs, but you know how when you're trying to decide what to eat, your mind starts ping-ponging all over the place and you can't quite land on one place. So it might go like, maybe I could make pasta. Oh, but that reminds me of that Italian restaurant, which makes me think of that vacation to Greece. Actually, what if I tried to recreate the dish in a new way with a new twist? Or maybe I should just learn to cook something completely new. Most people would probably tell you to just pick something. But here's what they don't actually understand is that your brain is actually performing high-level problem-solving strategies by creating these connections that other people don't see from various different places. And depending on your judging function, if you're an ENTP or INTP, you have a different criteria to decide, after you've gathered that information than if you're an ENFP or an INFP. That is beyond the scope of this video. So think about it like this. While others are climbing a mountain step by step, you're opening portals to different viewpoints, collecting insights from one, going to another one, and creating solutions that nobody else can see. But here's where it gets really interesting. Imagine having a party of heroes in your head, each of them seeing the problem differently, seeing life differently, having different criteria that they're trying to follow. Because that's exactly what's happening when you start switching perspectives. So let me show you how this works with a real example, maybe finding a new career path. Let me introduce you to your inner council of 8, the fellowship of your mind. The analyzing adept examines the logic, right? So maybe it's asking, what skills do you already have that you could transfer over? The strategizing commander plans the next steps. What certifications or trainings would you actually need in order to succeed? The visioning mystic sees patterns. Notice how all of your favorite activities involve helping other people grow. The innovating explorer shakes things up and brainstorms new possibilities. What about teaching or writing or combining both through online courses? The resonating soul checks value alignment. Which option feels authentic to who you are? The unifying envoy considers impact. How could this help other people? What is the impact of this decision on my relationships? The stabilizing guardian recalls past experiences. Remember how much you enjoyed that hobby when you were 10? The engaging adventurer puts you in the present moment and suggests that you try things out now. Why not shadow someone in that field? Get some real-world practical feedback. Now, this is where most people get stuck. So here is a simple quest for you, a 3-minute problem-solving technique. So having the ability is great, but there's a big difference between actually having a talent and applying that talent, getting wisdom from applied experience. You have to take action in order to get real-world feedback and real-world results. It's like having a natural magic ability. You can shoot fireballs in an RPG, but without training, without using it, you're just hoping that it works when you need it. So the key is learning how to actually go through the process. So first, intentionally switch perspectives. Then capture insights from each viewpoint. Then combine them into practical solutions or choose the one that seems best. Sometimes you just get an insight like from shifting perspectives. You're just like, oh, that's obvious. Okay, I'm going to do that one. But if you don't, know which perspective to use when. So for example, you can't play baseball with your feelings. It doesn't work out really well. You can't do math with your feelings either. But feelings, emotions, peopling, self-understanding in that emotional realm is good for relationships. It's good for certain values-based decisions. And then take an action in the real world. If you don't apply it, if you don't do it, it's not going to really help you in the long term. It just feels like you're making progress. When you're stuck on a problem or you have something that you want to accomplish, a goal, it can be generative or remedial, as in something you want to get better at or something you want to fix. You can summon your inner heroes one at a time. You can assign each cognitive function to an 8-sided die like this. It's on manual focus, so I can't bring it up to the camera. Or you can pick randomly. Or you can use a dice app like I got, or Google has one too. Then set a timer for 1 minute each and ask, for example, you roll it and maybe you get number 4. So the innovating explorer, what crazy possibilities haven't I considered? You roll it again. Oops. You roll it again. Get number 5, the resonating soul. What feels true and authentic here? Roll it again. Number 1, the analyzing adept. What am I assuming that might actually be wrong? Just cycling through 3 perspectives or more if you want, for 3 minutes or more if you want, can completely open up new solutions that you wouldn't see otherwise. Just, again, don't falsely assume progress because it feels good to think about the things. Actually do something. You gotta bring it into the real world. You can think of it like rotating your party members' abilities in battle. You're bringing one in, they attack and stuff like that, or heal, and then they go back out and you bring another one in. Each one brings a unique ability to the fight. Then, again, make sure that you ground it in the real world by taking the first step. Of course, this is just scratching the surface. In Path of Heroes Academy, we dive deep into how to master each of the 8 cognitive functions as characters, and you design characters for them and bring in hypnosis tracks and all sorts of real-world missions and things like that too, in order to create powerful combinations and understandings that help you when you're in any challenge that you might face in life. Remember that scattered approach that you have isn't a weakness, it's your superpower. You're just not climbing the same mountain like everybody else. You're creating portals, you're jumping to different locations, you're quantum leaping to other times and realities, and finding solutions that other people are missing. Then bringing those back, and then apply them. If you want to master this ability and learn how to use all of your cognitive functions more effectively and set real-world goals that you can accomplish for holistic development, then join us in Evolve at the Evolve community, evolve.geekpsychology.com. You can get access to Path of Heroes Academy and 5 other courses about self-understanding and self-mastery there. And go ahead and comment and share what is the weirdest combination that led you to solve a problem. Like, it might be like playing Stardew Valley inspired me to organize real-life tasks into seasons instead of rigid schedules. Good luck, have fun. Peace. Imagine having a crew of heroes, a party in your head. Not this kind of party. It could be, but this is how we party, right?